When I think about Mustangs, the first thing that pops into my mind is seeing my 26-year-old cousin pull up to my house in her '65 Mustang Fastback when I was 12 years old, and I've had my eye on this particular type of Mustang ever since.
When I was 14 years old, I saw a 1969 Mustang Mach 1, gold with black trim and mag wheels, and I absolutely fell in love with that car.
My older brother actually had a Mustang in 1983. I immediately knew that that was the car for me. My parents surprised me with my Mustang for my 16th birthday. They had a big white bow on the hood, and that was just the most special moment of my life.
You start the engine and you start shifting your gears. There's no feeling like it.
I get reminded of my youth, of high school days, and just being in a very powerful car. It kind of just makes you forget about everything that you might be thinking about.
When you drive a Mustang, you think that you're the king of the road. You think that you own the road.
The sound of it, the feel of it.
You can clearly distinguish a Mustang from any other car in the street.
The rumble of the V8s, the looks of the car.
It sounds like a roar.
It just has a unique, beautiful sound.
And if you ever heard the song Hot for Teacher by Van Halen, it starts off with a drum solo. That's what this exhaust sounds like. Rock and roll, baby.
It does take a lot of dedication to maintain a car like this, especially an older car, but I love it. To me, it's a hobby.
I bought it back in 1996. It barely ran, looked pretty rough. We took it apart piece by piece, totally redid the engine, new transmission, rear end, interior. It was painstaking. And I just remember the first time we fired it up and I took it for a drive. It was heaven. When
I first turned it on, it was like all you could feel was power, and I was so excited to drive it every day. Every time I drive it now, I get the look from other drivers the way I felt when I first got in it.
I got this Boss 302 Laguna Seca a couple years ago. I went up to Nashville with my daughter and had an opportunity to drive back with her. It was a memorable moment for us. My whole family shares a passion for the Mustang. In my household, we have 4 Mustangs, so that's all we drive at home. And I can't see myself driving anything other than a Mustang.
All my daughters own Mustangs. My father owns a couple Mustangs. It's a whole Mustang family.
It really can be passed on from generation to generation.
It's a car you keep for your entire life, and that's what I plan to do with mine. I have 2 daughters, and I'm hoping that one of them will inherit it and will love it as much as I do. So I'm still deciding which one is going to inherit it.
Most car shows are for classic cars, but Mustangs have their own unique group.
We do Mustang meets, we do cruises, we do drag races at a Homestead Speedway. Sometimes we do a charity events. What the Mustang owners share is the passion of speed.
And all of these people really think that their vehicle is special, including me. I didn't want my car to look like anybody else's car. I wanted this to look like my car, and something that represents my personality. So short and loud.
Everybody has a different Mustang and they modify them. They get more horsepower, they put some stripes on it, they change the rims, they lower them.
And I think other people feel that individuality with their vehicles. Yet there's a camaraderie between all of the Mustang owners. It's a special group.
To me, the 1990s generation is the best. It really looks sporty and like a race car.
Well, the '65 Fastback has always been my favorite Mustang. This is the sexy body.
The best generation, the first generation, that's when the muscle car era really took off. I particularly enjoyed this, the 4th generation Mustang. These are called SN95s for special or sport.
This is the Mustang Generation 6. It's the best Mustang up to date. The Shelby has a Voodoo motor. It has a flat crank engine. It's got over 500 horsepower without any turbo, just raw power. This is how you drive a Mustang 6 generation.
I think the Mustang legacy will live on. The cars now are more popular than ever.
From every year, every model, you know, from the old ones to the new ones, is a different way of driving. You know, it's a feeling when you drive a Mustang that no other car gives you.
It symbolizes power, excellence.
And putting that in the hands of an audience at a price that a lot of people can afford, I think is the most important part of the Mustang legacy.
It's an American classic. I mean, Mustang is the American classic muscle car.